If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
This is a podcast from Minute Media.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, kiddies. This is yours duly, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio. I am Bones, joined with Cat and Rob, as always. Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going?
Hey there, going good.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like we've been on this recording for a long-ass time right now.
We have.
Yeah.
We have been.
Yeah.
It's not even, you guys just talking about weird stuff.
Us guys, there was like an hour of wrestling talk.
This is how I've closed out my Halloween, by the way. It is now officially midnight, November 1st here.
Yes.
Haha, I still have an hour left.
I didn't even introduce you yet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hell,
This is why the recording's long. It's been taking us forever to get around this stuff.
Unbelievable. All right, well, there is Ghosts here. Hey, Ghosts, what's going on?
Hey,
Yeah.
glad to be here.
Yeah, she's never recorded nothing before.
Well, usually you introduce me pretty quickly so I can talk.
God forbid you don't do that.
Lots of stuff going on tonight, though. So it's been a long recording session. We did a Patreon episode of Killer Beats,
Yes.
in which, stunningly, I was the only one to pick a hip-hop song.
That's not true.
Technically,
Yeah? It's a hip-hop song, that's all I'm saying.
No, it's not. It was named after a hip hop song. It was not a hip hop song. There were rednecks involved.
All right. Yeah. People have to go listen to that the episode to find out what we're talking about.
Yes.
To do that, you have to pony up a few bucks, you cheap bastards. Come on. Your kids just got a bunch of free ass candy, so you don't have to pay for that for a little while. You can throw us some money right now.
it's a good time for it.
Yeah. Patreon.com/slasher radio. And you can hear me be the only one who picks a hip hop song.
He didn't pick a hip hop song, but I mean that it truly is. I mean, tiers starting as low as $3 a month.
Yeah.
Also on that on the Patreon, we just had our Halloween special interview with D. Wallace. There's a video version of that interview up on Patreon.
Yeah.
Video version is better.
Absolutely. Thank you again to D. Wallace for hopping on. What an amazing human being. That's all I can say. Like, she's just an awesome person. Her talent in movies we don't even have to mention, but yeah, just you have to see that one, guys. Trust me.
Yeah. I feel kind of bad because she didn't get to meet me.
I think she's relieved.
I told you. She told us she's like she was glad relieved that you weren't there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a lot of pressure when you meet your idols, so I'm sure she was.
You've got some balls on you. Anyway, all that is true, but most importantly, we are gathered here today for Kat's birthday pick. And Ghost is somehow the birthday ambassador here.
I love it.
But Kat, this episode's going to be coming out on your birthday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Any big plans? What's going on?
No, not really. I have to work, which kind of sucks. So
Oh.
all fun plans have to wait till the weekend.
Then it's going to get crazy.
Yeah.
Look out, Ohio.
Her cat's gonna run one of those makeshift bars.
Yeah. Gonna find an illegal pop-up bar to get kicked out of.
God, what do you have to do to get kicked out of that thing?
You never been kicked out of an illegal bar?
Never. Not an
Oh.
illegal one, no.
Oh.
I never have either, but I'm trying to get there before I reach 30, so running out of years.
Yeah, believe it or not, I've been kicked out of an illegal bar.
How the hell did you manage that even?
It's
It was a long
Rob.
time ago. I was really drunk. We were in London.
London? Well,
Yeah.
what?
I didn't even know they had illegal bars in London.
Right.
Yeah, they got a lot of illegal bars in London.
Huh.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's the bars there close early, and they close at I think the bars there closed at 1 a.m. or something. So you got to find a place to go drinking, and so they've got a handful of illegal bars, and I don't exactly remember what happened. I know somebody got spaghetti thrown at them. I remember that.
Was it you, or were you throwing the spaghetti?
No, I wasn't. I didn't throw, nor was it thrown at me, but it was a friend of mine.
Who
and
threw the
then,
spaghetti?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
So we ended up going to another illegal bar.
I feel like Rob's full of shit and he threw the spaghetti because this all makes a lot of sense with his hatred towards my Italian people.
No.
Maybe that's what spawned it.
Man, picked up a handful of spaghetti, left the meatball because he loves them, and threw the spaghetti out.
Yeah, it was a fun night. I mean, we had a good time. We ended up at a different illegal bar playing their version of pool, which is, I don't know, weird. What do they call it? Snooker or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
And we played that.
Wow.
What a life you have lived, my friend.
Oh, I got stories, guys. I got stories.
I can imagine.
Some of them the statute of limitations has run out on, so I can tell them.
That wouldn't be a bad show for the Patreon. Rob's life stories. You just throw some illegal shit you've done out there every week.
I think that's entrapment.
Before we move on entirely, we did mention, which I think is we're speaking on the regular show. We mentioned on the Patreon show we just recorded. Rob's going to be doing a power ranking of the patrons every quarter.
Yeah, it's about time because some of them are clear winners and a lot of them are losers.
You can put me right at the top. It's fine.
Uh-oh.
We all know that's where I belong.
Yeah, the power rankings will be coming out soon.
All right, fair enough. Real quick, guys, horror court.
Uh-oh. Has Rob listened to the D. Wallace episode in the time that...
No, but I'm mad at you guys for changing the time on me.
We didn't change the time. Unbelievable. All right, this is very serious. This is very important. Lives could be on the line.
Uh-oh.
And this
It's
horror
gonna
court,
be dumb.
it's not. Trust me. This horror court isn't about anybody here, including you, Rob. Greg mentioned in a tweet about joining the Patreon.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay? This is a fucking big deal. He said, I don't remember what movie he was referencing. Oh, it was Eraserhead. I tweeted that I seen Eraserhead on Tubi or wherever the hell it was on, and he tweeted that it's time for him to join the Patreon and make me watch it again.
That movie sucks.
It was Greg likes it.
Of course Greg likes it because it sucks.
Okay, now you're leading into my point here. This is what the crux of the case is about. Being a patron, you do have power. You hold power over this show in many aspects.
With great power comes great responsibility, guys.
Right. And do we really expect Greg to use that power for good?
But now that he knows there's going to be power rankings, maybe he'll be on his best behavior.
Yeah, do you think Greg cares?
No, he's going to want to be at the bottom.
He ain't going to want to end up at the bottom of the power rankings. That would be embarrassing.
He's going to want to be at the bottom every time.
Rob, you know Greg will thrive to be on the bottom of that. The bottom is the top of that list to him.
I saw some of this exchange. Look, Greg, I'll happily take your money.
Oh my God. I'm just saying, if Greg ends up going through with this, I feel like we're all going to regret it. This Patreon is going to. We already got EyeRChris.
Oh, what if they team up?
See,
It's going to require the rest of our Patreons to step it up. Quit being lazy and sucking like they have, and step it up and stop letting these other Patreons ruin the show.
And start voting for your next.
Yeah, please. Please. There's other movies I would like to suggest.
How did you not pick your next for your birthday episode, Kat?
Just facts.
I don't know. I was mad at you, and I'd already promised Ghost of Musical, and then you irritated me, and I figured it was a perfect week to double down.
How could I have possibly irritated you?
Well, Midnight Mass.
I didn't make Midnight Mass.
You took Mike Flanagan's side on Midnight Mass. And I'm gonna be honest with you, because I was irritated. You said that it would get better if I could make it to episode 3. You didn't warn me that episode 2 was worse, and then I was also irritated when I finally did make it to episode 3 and it got better, because then you were right, even though I was mad at you for not warning me about episode 2.
That's the worst when you're mad at someone and they're right.
I didn't say episode 2 was better or worse. I just said if you can make it through the first 2 episodes, you're fine.
You should have told me that it was worse, though.
You could have given her the heads up.
Yeah, because so I was mad about like the last spoiler warning, guys, for Midnight Mass or content warning. I was mad about Midnight Mass, like the last 30 seconds of it, because there were all the dead cats, and then the first 7 minutes, it's like 7 minutes and 14 seconds of episode 2 where they're just like, oh man, look at how dead all these cats are, and then they just keep talking about it, and then they have all the close-ups, and they're like, man, someone's gonna have to make a pile of dead cats to burn, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I was finally over it, and then they're like, oh yeah, since we're out of cats, this good dog here, like the pet dog, the beloved dog that's been on this island forever, yeah, he's dead. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know. I was mad when they killed the dog too.
I'm like, just getting over the cats.
Yeah, and they did actually have quite a lengthy discussion about piling all the cats up to burn them.
God, 7 minutes and 14 seconds, guys.
But they could get rid of the cats.
They don't need to talk about it that long. That I will say, and I'm not quite done with it. I think I'm 6 episodes in, 6 or 7, and it's gotten a lot better. But that is a consistent complaint that I have about the show, is that there are a lot of like monologues.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. But no, they had to address the cats. Otherwise, I would have been watching the rest of the show going, "What the fuck happened to all those dead cats?"
They could have done that in a line or 2. It did not need 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was mad at you when I confirmed our pick.
And Kat knows I'm just going to keep picking your next.
Yeah, but nobody else is voting for it.
Eventually it'll get voted for.
Let's see. Greg ain't going to vote for it, I'll tell you that.
Oh, fine. You know what? I'll just have Kat on our show again. We'll do your next.
Oh.
That's not how our show works.
I don't care.
By the way, speaking of This Horror Life, am I still banned from that, Rob?
Yes.
No, you're not.
Oh.
Lifetime.
I overrule Rob. You're not banned.
Lifetime ban.
No.
Oh. You guys had speaking of This Horror Life too, you did a Halloween special talking. You finally got it all out about Halloween Kills, huh?
Yeah. We finally talked about Halloween Kills.
Favorite movie?
It's our Halloween special. It's a good movie. It has some problems, but it's a good movie.
All right. Well, I am actually looking forward to listening to that, because we had to hold back. We weren't sure. We were right in the midst of Halloween Kills when we talked about it. So you finally got it all out in the open, and you're at terms with things.
Yeah,
I am looking forward to listening to that one.
I watched it 4. I've watched it 4 times now.
Ooh.
Wow.
And I've landed on it's a good movie with a lot of problems.
Still didn't catch up to Amber, huh?
No, ain't nobody catching her.
Damn.
At this point, she's probably watched it 30 times.
Yeah.
Probably. All right. Well, I mean, you guys just don't care that Greg is considering this. Okay.
So my hope, I did express concern about Greg and Chris teaming up. They might fight each other, and we can like both anger picks.
Oh, absolutely.
And then your next could win.
Yeah, and then we can count on the good sense of guys like Rick and Nick and Nesto.
Nate.
Rick, Nick, and Nesto would be a great name for like a cereal.
Yeah, those are. We can count on those guys to pull us through, right? Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
there will definitely Chris and Greg going at it will happen.
It could end badly for you guys, though.
Right.
Rob, you know what? You keep making fun of the listeners, and it might backfire on you because they might just start picking shitty ass movies they know you're gonna hate.
Do I make fun of the listeners?
Guys, listeners, I always stick up for you. Rob doesn't. Pick horror musicals.
I don't make fun of the listeners, though.
Well,
I've taken all this time to learn their names.
approximately.
Didn't you say they were all ugly at one point?
Oh yeah, they're a bunch of uggos.
Yeah.
But that's not my. I mean, that's just fact. I mean, it's not.
You still brag on the patrons all the time,
Yeah.
too. I would know because I'm one of them.
I don't feel like I do.
Sometimes.
All right. Well, I guess I just want to point out if the day ever does come and Greg starts wreaking Greg havoc, I don't want to hear from either of you. You're not taking this seriously. There needs to be investigations done. This is a big deal. That's all I'm saying.
I think this is much ado about nothing. I think it'll be fine.
Okay.
That's what I think. I think you're trying to set off like a 1980s satanic panic.
Okay.
I think there could be serious consequences. Here's the thing: is I don't know what to do about it. So
Chris doesn't have any help at this point. All right, Chris will throw. I mean, these two, all these things that Chris has done, he just doesn't always have the help he needs to do what he wants. Greg and Chris combined, then
it's scary. I see your concern.
this is bad.
Two of them are together. That's Armageddon right there.
It's just I don't know how to punish it in a horror court.
I don't think they work together. I think what you got here is two super villains who offset one another.
That's my
until
hope.
they hear this episode and decide to work together.
Uh-oh. Wait. Self-fulfilling prophecy. We've screwed up here.
That's when the dynamic trio of Nesto and the other two guys I said, they step up to the plate and knock them back down. Remember, this isn't just like, it's not an absolute power that Greg would get by being a Patreon. He would have to be able to influence the other Patreons to vote his way, which isn't as easy as you'd think. Ghost, you know that. Nobody ever picked your movie.
That's mean because people vote for it. I'm just not allowed to vote for my own movie, which is why it doesn't get picked.
I also don't think we should overlook Nesto's love for pissing us off sometimes.
Yeah, Nesto, especially Rob. Nesto loves pissing Rob off.
If it lines up with his wants and needs at the moment, he may go for it, Nesto.
No, Nesto's my buddy. That's just me and him ribbing each other.
Didn't you get into a fight with Nesto recently?
He was out of the tracksuit club
Probably,
or
but-
something.
Yeah, oh yeah, well no, he's still out of the tracksuit club.
All right.
Yeah. Nick is in now. Suit up, Nick.
Okay. I would also like to point out if you continue calling the patrons by their wrong name, they also might gang up and go
Yeah.
against.
I can't remember what their real names are now because I've called them by the wrong ones for so long.
You're so close. You're so close.
I know, but in my head, I'm like, is it Nick? Is it Rick? I don't know what the names are.
Neither. It's neither of those.
Neither of those names.
Is it Dick? It should be Dick. Zinger.
Zinga.
Right at you, Nick.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I just want this day to remembered. Halloween night. I warned you guys.
It's not Halloween no more. It's November 5th or November 1st now.
It's Halloween here
Feels like
still.
November 5th. Jesus Christ, we've been on this call
It's
forever.
Halloween still, damn it. All right. Let's get into the news.
All right.
It's time to hump the news with Rob Humphrey.
He's not a genius.
Oh boy. A little Halloween Kills news to mention along with the This Horror Life Halloween special. Halloween was the number one non-live event to premiere on Peacock Network, which I guess it's quote unquote news, but this isn't a shock.
No, it's not. It's not. Well, I don't know. They did just premiere a new episode of Below Deck or a new season.
Oh my God.
So that could have, it could have been closer than we think.
Just for some statistics of it, 1 million households watched on Peacock Halloween Kills in the first weekend.
Okay.
I'm sure there's some rewatches in there, but either way, that's an impressive number.
It is, and they still did a killing at the box office.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw a thing too, by the way. They asked Jason Blum about putting it in theaters and on Peacock at the same time.
Right.
And he said that when they released Freaky just to theaters, he felt like it was underseen because people were, either couldn't or were afraid to go back to the theaters when it came out. And he didn't want that to happen again. So that's why they decided to do it this way.
Does anyone know why it's on Peacock? Do they have like a deal with the
Universal? Universal's handling the distribution for the film, and Universal owns NBC, which owns Peacock.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, because we all are basically going to work for one big corporation at some point.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's true. It does seem like it's going that way. But either way, impressive number. Feel how you feel about the movie. I've seen strong opinions one way or another. You watched the damn thing, didn't you? At the end of the day, I guess.
I watched it 4 times. I like it being on Peacock now because I saw it in theaters.
Right.
Got that experience, but now I can go home and watch it. Now, I don't know how long it's on Peacock. I don't know if it was a 30-day window that they gave them, but it's not gonna just live there forever. I don't think it's coming down at some point.
What now? See, why would they do that?
Got to sell those Blu-rays, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like no one's going to say, "Oh, I haven't seen Halloween Kills yet. Let me go out and get the DVD." They're gonna,
They'll probably sell the rights to stream it to another network, like Netflix or Hulu.
Right, and also rental fees.
That's true too. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Okay, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I mean, I'll be buying it on Blu-ray because I already got all the other Halloween movies,
including Resurrection, right?
Yeah. They wouldn't take that one out of the set when I bought it. Can you just take that one out and throw it away and send me the others? And they said no.
I can picture him doing that, calling customer service. Hey, you so much.
Special request. Ding, ding, ding.
All right. Next up is a NECA figure. Another NECA figure.
You ain't gonna get me to buy this.
It's Tom Atkins.
Maybe not this one.
Sold.
Even though this is close, one day I'm gonna get you to do it. One day. Anyway, they have a new NECA has a new figure out, and it is Bela Lugosi's Dracula, and this thing, that's detail.
Oh wow, it really does have detail. Wow.
Oh wow, look
right?
at that.
Oh my god, yeah.
That is beautiful,
isn't it? Look at the eyes on that thing, man.
I think you're gonna have to get this, Rob.
I told you this one might.
Damn, I do like it.
You love those
I'm
Universal
impressed.
monsters.
I do love the Universal monsters too. They've got black and white ones too?
Yeah, remember we covered one of the black and white ones.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Was it this one?
No, it was Wolfman.
Oh. Did I like that one?
Yeah, you did a lot.
Okay. Yeah, that's really cool. Still not buying it. I can't do it. And it's not the figure,
Right.
It's what is going to happen to me after I buy one.
Might as well just start the slippery slope.
I cannot allow that to happen because then I'm going to be like, ooh, I need every Jason Voorhees and every Michael Myers they've ever made.
No.
You're not going to be able to do that, which is the sad part, because at this point, like, dude, when they go out, like, there are some of these figures that go for like hundreds.
I know.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
When I bought my Jason figure that I have in my in first tank, I looked for specifically the stand so you can put them in and it's like the chain attached. They don't sell that anywhere anymore. The only place I could find it was like eBay for like $150. And I was like, there's no way, not for just the stand. So when they go out.
So what you're saying is it's an investment.
Yeah. So, yeah. So what I'm saying is you might as well start the slippery slope now, get your collection going, and then maybe it'll be worth a lot of money.
I can't. It's vinyl all over again.
It is.
I can't go down that rabbit hole.
By the way, Rob, have you seen, this is a complete side note, but have you seen the balls on Ghost Axolotl?
No.
They're pretty big.
No, I've seen that Who's It once. She sent me a picture of it.
Axolotl.
But
dude, I'm surprised it doesn't float all the time. I'm just saying. The balls on that thing, boy.
Don't worry, I'll send the group a picture.
Great. That's what I want. Amphibian balls. What's the Axahooza's name?
Whooper?
Whooper?
Yeah, he's named after a Pokemon.
Oh, of course he is.
I'm just glad Rob got to hear that part alone. This is great. You two are such different people, and I love it so much.
You guys play Pokemon Go?
I love Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I used to.
Yeah.
I don't play it really anymore, but
I used to play it too, but I got all pissed off because it wouldn't let me do it while I was driving.
There's a reason for that, you know.
you can do it while you're driving. You just hit the "No, I'm a passenger" button.
Oh, they have that now? Because when I played it didn't have that. It was a long
they
time
have
ago.
no, I'm a passenger, and you can.
Because every time I would try to do it while I was driving, it would be like, "You're driving." I'm like, "Fucking, who the fuck you narc? Stop."
Narc. Yeah.
Next road trip for me, though, is to Cincinnati in March. I think I'm going to do
Why?
it, guys. Horror Hound Weekend, Mr. Tom Atkins.
Ooh. Okay.
Tom Atkins.
Oh yeah, I remember you sent that, and I said I was gonna go to tell him to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
And then I told you I hope Kane Hodder's there so I can tell him the same thing.
Tom Atkins is going to be there. I'm going to go meet the man.
Are you going to wear the Tom Atkins shirt?
No.
Yes or no?
I'm thinking about getting a new one because there are two shirts. One says Tom Atkins rules, and then there's another one that says Tom Atkins fucks. So,
can you imagine? You meet Rob for the first time, and he's wearing a T-shirt that says that you fuck.
yeah.
What an intimidating!
I'm not sure which one I'm going to do yet. The other thought that I had was I could order a shirt with my face on it, and
Give it to him.
and then gift him one.
Oh
Gift
God.
him one while wearing the shirt with
Yeah,
him on. How could he not take it, man?
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
Mikey, you've made this possible by putting Rob's face on a shirt. I hope you know.
You know what, Rob? I'm gonna go with you, and we're gonna I'm gonna video record everything that happens, and we'll put a whole video up on Patreon of that exact encounter. I hope he punches you in the face.
No, he's a kind man, I'm sure.
If you don't go with the Tom Atkins fuck shirt, as obnoxious as it is to my life and
You
being,
better.
I'll lose a little bit of respect for you if you don't do it.
Yeah, you.
Well,
kinda
it depends
have
on if I can find one. Because I saw like a picture on Facebook or someplace of some guy wearing one.
to literally just Google it.
So,
You're gonna message the guy and go, "Hey, where'd you get that Tom Atkins fuck
No.
shirt from?" Anyway, I don't want to talk about Tom Atkins.
We've gone down quite the rabbit
Yeah,
hole.
we really have. Next up is you can own an exact replica of Egon Spengler's Ghostbusters. What the fuck was that thing called? The Proton Pack.
yeah.
Right, you can own the Proton Pack, exact replica, $400.
Wow.
That's not a bad deal.
Does it shoot ghosts?
No.
Then I'm not interested. For $400.
Replicas usually cost a lot more than that. Like, I would not spend that much on a proton pack, but,
Yeah.
you know, I'm still kind of impressed.
Yeah. There's a ton of, oh man. You go to Redbubble, there's a ton of Tom Atkins shirts.
Oh God. You know, if I was gonna spend $400 on something, it would definitely be for the Power Glove.
Yeah?
If
Yeah.
done
What?
right.
That makes sense.
Right, Rob?
The Power Glove, the Nintendo Power Glove.
Well, you know, the Freddy thing.
Oh,
The-
I thought
yeah.
you were talking about that piece of shit that Nintendo released that everybody
No, it was
wanted.
terrible.
And I finally got, and that thing sucked dick. It was terrible.
Yeah, no, I'm talking,
Wow.
you know, Freddy's Power Glove. No, I mean that is the correct answer for $400. No,
Yeah, I don't know. Is that how much that would cost?
if it was
I know.
$400, I tell you what, if I was
All right.
spending, if I had that kind of money to throw around, I'd spend $100 more on the Freddy one if I had to buy one. You know,
If I was going to buy anything like that, if I was going to buy a child diddler's glove, it'd be Michael Jackson's glove.
Wow.
Holy fuck.
Holy shit!
Rob is coming uncensored today, and I kind of like it.
My God.
You're gonna have to bleep all of that out. Wow.
That makes it
let
all
me guess,
better.
respectfully too.
No
Yeah.
offense.
Yeah.
After he says allegedly, legal says we can keep it in.
Son of a bitch.
Holy shit.
That might be the funniest joke you've ever made.
And you're gonna sit here with a straight face and tell me you're not all fucking prim and proper on This Horror Life. Okay, all right, that's fair. I want the next episode of This Horror Life to contain a Michael Jackson little boy joke, minimum.
Listen, This Horror Life, I am just the same as I am here. I lift
No.
people up.
No.
I'm gonna move
Don't
on.
lie, Rob.
I'm gonna move on because I'm just gonna move on. All right.
Good idea.
That's it. Oh, mean. Anyway, all right. The one more thing I wanted to talk about in the news is, I mean, and this is probably dead and gone for most people, but I think it's really cool the stuff that video games are doing around Halloween. I know that Call of Duty had that Ghostface thing, which was really awesome. Even GTA today had an alien invasion, and that was pretty cool. Also, GTA has the thing, guys, where like a masked villain comes with an axe to kill you randomly, and this motherfucker pulled up on me today, and I was like scared shitless. And he's this dude wearing all black with a black ski mask. He's got an axe, and he's just coming at you, and he won't stop. And I shot the shit out of him, and he wouldn't go down. I was stabbing him and everything. And I finally, we all was shooting him. It was like a scene from a Terminator Michael Myers movie. And he finally goes down. Like 4 people shooting at him. And then I'm standing in the middle of the street, and I came face to face with the other feature that they added for Halloween. There is a car that is made to look like Christine. And it comes out of fucking nowhere on fire and runs you down. So I escaped this son of a bitch. And I'm standing in the street going, oh my God, he's dead. And then boom, I get rammed by
It
this
was
car.
the funniest shit I've ever seen.
So, yeah, I just had to tell that story because it's really cool that they're doing all that, but holy shit, did it fuck me good. I got a recording of it too, so.
That's cool.
It is really cool.
Christine, another awesome Stephen King movie.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's no Maximum Overdrive, but it's good.
Oh, well, there it is. But the work they put into the Halloween stuff for GTA is really cool.
Yeah, and you know, Dead by Daylight's doing something. I don't know what the hell it is, but you know. Yeah, exactly. Who cares? Pinhead was, I heard that was like a womp 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 too, by the way, Kat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pinhead?
a lot of people are bitching about it. It didn't really stick.
Because nobody likes Pinhead.
Hey.
All right. Well, I have no other news. I might put that video up on Patreon of me getting my shit pushed in by the car. That shit
You should. That sounds entertaining.
That was fucked up.
And then you'll have to send it to me because I don't know how to work the Patreons.
Mm.
I don't know if this isn't exactly news. This is more of like Kat's coffee corner. But I got the Elvira's blend in. I tried that today, and it was pretty good. It was a little bit. I've just been working my way through the rest of the Kane Hodder blend, which was very dark and a little bit bitter. So the Elvira's was very sweet in comparison, but I think I'm gonna end up liking it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Anyway, Dead Sled, guys. Get yourself some spooky coffees.
If they would put in K-cups, I would.
You know
they have like the make your own coffee K-cup thing.
Yeah,
right?
but what do I
Like,
work at the K-cup factory now? I got to load my own thing? No, I'm not doing that.
So lazy.
It's like when I go to the grocery store and they want me to use the self-checkout. Fuck you. I didn't apply for a job at the goddamn grocery store.
Dude.
Bring my shit up and bag it.
You always use the self-checkout. You know how much shit you
Yeah.
just get for free using the self-checkout? Come on.
Seriously, well, yeah, that's what I always want to ask them. Like, do I get an employee discount for bagging my own shit? Come on.
Oh, see, for me, it's just like I don't have to interact with anyone else.
Yeah.
That's on brand.
And I can bag my groceries my own way because some people are really dumb when it comes to doing that.
Fair enough. I just get shit for free. So.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's not what we all do.
No.
Well, no.
I'm not saying everything.
Not intentionally.
But like you get a pack of cheese or something, fuck it. It's real. Anyway.
I can afford
It's part of your employee
cheese.
discount.
Well, I can too, but so can they. Which one can afford it more? You know what I'm saying? Fuck them.
Just ring everything up as bananas.
I was at a self-checkout once, and this guy tried to do that with like a TV. Apparently, he took like a toaster sticker and put it on the TV, and apparently you need some verification for that. So when he put it in there, he I swear to God, he stepped back and went, "Oh, this is bullshit." He just said, "Wait for the representative for confirmation." It was a big thing. They had to kick him out. It was funny. Anyway, that's the news. We will be back in a moment with Kat's birthday pick.
God damn it.
It is shit. By the way, Rob, this is probably going to have to be cut out. I don't know.
You never say nothing ever good happens right after he says, by the way, Rob.
No, and it's not about to happen now either. What? Why are you making fun of the CEO of Fansided?
Did I make fun of it?
Yeah, you did.
What did I say?
Oh, shit. I forgot. Oh.
I didn't know who it was.
Mike talked about having him come on the show to discuss something, and you said, "How about
The
no?"
Conjuring, I
Some
think
shit
it
like
was.
that. Yeah.
Oh, it was that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to talk about those fucking Conjuring movies.
And Rob comes right out. I said to him, I'm like, "Hey, we got to have you on the show sometime to discuss that Conjuring take." And Rob comes from out of nowhere. No, we don't.
No, I think I said, "How about we don't?"
Something like that. It was smart assy, that's for sure. I was like, holy shit.
I didn't know that's who it was, but you know what? If he's got a terrible take, it's a terrible take. I'll call him out on it.
Bro.
He wants to talk about The Conjuring. Start his own fucking podcast, buddy.
He did. He gets a lot more views than ours, and we're on his network.
Good. Then he can talk about his bullshit over there.
Unbelievable, man.
Wow.
Here it is. Here it is. Oh, wow. Okay. I said, where the hell is it? Okay. We gotta have you on the show so we could talk about that Conjuring thing one day, though. ... with laughing emojis. Rob replies to that with Patrick tagged in it. No, we don't. Why the hell would we do that? And then I tried to play it off, and I'm like, oh, I'm always so interested to hear people when they say they like the Conjuring movies, and I said, you can't talk, you like rubber. And when he just comes right back and doubles down, those movies are awful, period. Done. That's all I said.
Rob, imagine though, we could have him on and get Chris back. So Chris can start yelling at him about the Warrens. Fucking hell.
What the fuck are you pushing this one for?
Look. Patrick, we had a meeting with that fellow, right? That's the guy?
Yes.
All right, very nice guy, right? But he can take his bullshit and take it walking. I don't want to hear it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Rob single-handedly is going to get you kicked off that network.
Wow. We're all going to be on the Lord Humphrey Audio Entertainment Network soon. Jesus Christ.
Just the way it should be.
Fuck me.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
While we're also doing things that might get cut out, I have a complaint to file against Rob.
God damn it.
Uh-oh.
I didn't realize we were at the Bitch It Rob segment.
Well, I just figured since this is where we were at, I'd like to file a complaint against Rob because I'm really sick of him sending disgusting ass shit in the group chat, i.e. the bologna seltzer and the the foot loaf. What the fuck?
I thought, you needed a nice recipe for dinner, so I sent you the foot loaf and then something to wash it down with, the bologna meat seltzer.
Oh my God.
So that's my complaint because I can't keep seeing this shit.
Well, this ain't an HR meeting, so save it.
All that on top of fucking Bigfoot pictures.
Yeah.
You guys would you rather me hold on to scientific evidence that Bigfoot exists?
Yes.
It's not scientific, but yeah, keep it to yourself.
You saw those pictures. You know what's there.
No.
They're not ready yet. They're in denial. Rob.
Clearly.
I hate how Kat just like pushes this
I know.
along.
When are the four of us going squatching?
Never.
I'm down.
This is a serious scientific endeavor, Ghost.
I feel
Yeah,
like
obviously he'll be wearing his Tom Atkins Fox t-shirt.
honestly, if all four of us go and there's guns involved, someone's gonna end up dead and it'll be a murder mystery.
There's no guns. Why would we have guns?
We don't want to hurt
No.
Sasquatch. He's our friend.
Have you ever seen Harry and the Hendersons?
I love that fucking movie.
Yeah.
That's not.
I've
Is that?
not.
Was it ever? I haven't seen it in a long time. That they didn't call him Bigfoot though.
No, but that's, I mean, it's basically a documentary, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Anyway,
it'll be fun.
that's Jesus Christ. You do something else.
I thought, why I said that about that tweet about the Conjuring stuff. I thought that was your friend. Don't you have some friend who loves the Conjuring?
Danny.
Yeah, I thought it was like whoever it was that loves the Conjuring you're always talking about. So that's why I did that. I didn't know it was fucking Patrick. I wasn't paying attention.
Clearly.
And also, furthermore, I don't take blame for this. I blame you. Why would you say something like that where I could read it?
So I'm not supposed to say.
He's got a
I'm not supposed to
point.
say shit on Twitter anymore.
Not if I can read it.
Not about The
Oh
Conjuring.
my God. I couldn't believe that. I was sitting there going, is he fucking kidding me right now?
I seriously had no idea that's who it was, but now that I do, I don't feel bad about it at all. Fuck that.
My God, man.
And you know what? He can come on the show to talk about the Conjuring movies, and I'll just tell him how stupid they all are when he does.
My God. You get me.
Oh,
You got to be nice about it, though.
Do I?
It would help.
Nah.
Good answer.
You can't let these network people tell you what to do.
You also don't have to say, why the hell would we have him on to talk to him?
To be fair, I'm not treating him any different than anybody else we were going to have
You're
on.
sure not. Good
that's
Lord.
fair. However,
That is true. Anyway, we're gathered here today for the glorious occasion of Kat's birthday. Kat, this
Yeah.
pick has been in the making for a little bit.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us about it?
This was one of my favorite this was my favorite movie for a long time, through middle school until Cabin in the Woods came out. I'm
Jesus
very
Christ.
loyal to movies. This was the last good movie that Tim Burton ever made. And I have a lot of so I like, for the most part, I really like horror musicals. We don't get a lot of them. We did Repo for one of the watch along things, and this is something that I know is not a popular opinion in like the musical theater community, because a lot of people don't like the movie adaptations. I think it's something that makes musicals a little bit more accessible to people that don't get to see shows a lot. And seeing that for something like Sweeney Todd, that's a little bit darker and more somber, and like that was really exciting for me. And I have a lot of love for this movie. It's one of the few things I can recite like in its entirety. I watched this all the time growing up.
All right.
It was fun to revisit too.
Very fair. I have been vocal about how much I like Sweeney Todd. That being said, I haven't seen this movie in a long time. The rewatch was not very kind to me. I will say that. I do stand by the character Sweeney Todd 1,000,000,000%. The movie had its problems, so I was swayed a little bit on this one. Ghost, what did you think of it?
oh, I love this movie.
Yeah.
Ever since I found this movie, I've been in love with it. I really enjoy it, and I like Kat. I love musical movies in general, but when there's horror musicals, it's like it hits such a sweet spot for me. Makes me so happy. So
All right. Now it's time for Rob to tell us how much he loved this movie.
Do you even have to ask?
What do you mean?
This movie sucks. This was terrible. I hated it.
But it had Pirelli.
You said that it had been a long time since you had seen the movie, Mikey.
Yes.
I felt like I watched this movie for a long motherfucking time. This movie was terrible. I hated every minute of it. My son came in. I was getting ready to start it. And he said, "Oh, what are you watching?" And I said, "Sweeney Todd." And he said, "What's that?" And I said, "Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street." And he said, "That sounds stupid," and left. And I was like, "Yeah, I wish I could just leave."
Watch his son walk away like a tear drop from his eye.
I'd never been so jealous of a child in all my life. I want to go out and play.
Wait a minute now, Rob. Come on. Oh, okay. We figured this was coming. You were trying to get out of it.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling very good.
So wait, you have to at least give the character of Sweeney Todd himself something. No?
Do I?
Do you?
Yeah.
So you tell me.
Come on.
Come on.
I mean, he a barber, and won't stop crying about some woman that he hasn't seen in 15 years.
His wife.
I mean, suck it up and get over it, man. It's over. I mean, honestly, there were only two characters I really liked in this movie, and the judge was one of them.
What?
I think the judge is the real hero of this film.
All right, Rob is a villain.
And
the judge sexually assaulted a different man's wife and then tried to marry her daughter.
It kept
what the hell's the matter with you?
Up.
He's a man who takes what he wants. He knows what he wants and he goes after it. And I think we can learn something from that. As opposed to some whiny ass barber who doesn't do anything but sit around and cry for 15 fucking years while he's in prison.
He survives, escapes, and goes on a murder rampage. That's getting some shit done.
Yeah, but he still does it in a really whiny bitch kind of way.
A whiny bitch kind of way. Wow.
He does. It's like emo Johnny Depp. Ugh. The whole thing just on this movie.
That's crazy.
And yeah, the Italian barber, he was awesome. He had my favorite song in the whole movie. I believe the song was called "To Shave the Face."
Get every system.
No, it was great. I loved it. I love seeing Borat.
Wow.
That was fantastic. But yeah, I don't know. For this movie, look, I was never going to like this movie. There's no way. And I really didn't like it once I realized exactly how much singing was in it. Because they sing a fuck ton in this movie.
Yeah.
That's what
I've seen musicals where there aren't that many songs or aren't that many musical numbers, And this one, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, it's another song after another song, and every character except for the judge is just a whiny little bitch. That other kid, the kid that's in the movie,
Toby?
No, not him. He was okay. The sailor. I don't know his
Anthony.
Name. I don't know his name. Is that his name?
It's Anthony.
Sailor
yes.
Tony. He he again a little bitch who's just whining about he's pining for some girl he's never even met.
I can understand not liking him.
Yeah, and going
that would be
on
fair.
and on and on, and it's like, why don't you be a man? You learn something from the judge and just take what you want, man.
Terrible idea. Terrible advice.
Extremely. But see, I just realized that my notes did not save for this movie, but I remember it well enough. So anyway, to Rob's point, I felt like, unlike Repo, where there was not a second of that movie that was not, of dialogue that was not being sung. At least what I did like is this had pockets where there wasn't anything.
Not enough, though.
True.
I mean, Repo's an opera, so that's to be expected. This is a musical, and I was expecting more dialogue and less singing.
Well, to be fair, Les Mis is also a musical, and I think there's damn near no dialogue in it.
Well, to be fair, I've never seen Les Mis because it sounds fucking terrible.
Oh, it's called, yeah. No, it's good, but you'd hate it.
Yeah.
I want to point out, if we're bringing up Les Mis, that at least never mind.
Go ahead, Kat.
No, I had some problems with the casting of Les Mis, but
the movie's terrible.
Yeah,
both of them god awful.
But I'm not going to engage on that. I would like to talk about Sweeney Todd more. So I do have a few problems with it. Not very many. This is still, it's near and dear to my heart. I watched this one pretty frequently. I had a great time on the rewatch for this. I as someone that now has seen like a little bit more musical theater, I do kind of wish, and it's on the point of having not a lot of dialogue that isn't sung. I do think that if it had been made today, if they had made Sweeney Todd today, they could have kept in, because it's not a very long runtime for something. They cut
Really?
like almost a full hour out of the Broadway production, and it shows. Like there's some stuff in the dialogue where it's like they cut out a lot of the conversations. They cut out all of the lyrics to the introduction where you get the exposition about how long Sweeney was in prison, and like they cut out the plot thread about the Beatle also being in love with Lucy, and then they also took like over half the jokes out of Have a Little Priest. And there's just like I just wish that they had kept, I wish it could have been a little bit longer. I wish they could have kept some of the like on stage dialogue in it. I think it would have been a little bit more balanced, but I just, they weren't making movies consistently at 2 hours that were making money at the time.
Yeah.
You know,
I felt the runtime for this sumbitch this time around.
Did you?
I'm not gonna lie. Not to open up Rob's Pandora's box, but I felt it.
Oh,
I don't know
dear
about
God.
you, Kat, but like I feel like because I know it so well and I always sing along with it, I feel like it goes by quickly.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like there are a couple moments that feel kind of like they drag a little bit, but for the most part I just always have a good time.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like you get to sing along for an hour and a half to Stephen Sondheim. Like it's good.
I watched this on Tubi because it was the only place I could find it without having to pay for it. And then, boy, I got excited when the commercials came on.
Wow.
Now you're just being mean.
No, I was like, oh, fuck, a break from this bullshit. The only thing that was a downer was that the commercials don't figure into the runtime, right? So that's like,
delaying it.
yeah, just delaying it, but at least it's a little breather.
See, I was looking at it as, and I forget what point through the movie, it was like over a half hour, 40 minutes. I was like, man, nothing's happened yet. Like I remembered it different or something. Like nothing has happened yet. And I get it. The only thing that keeps it from being bad for me, because that's a big turnoff, is the story was so good and the acting was so good, especially with Johnny Depp and Sweeney Todd. That character was deep. He portrayed it perfectly. And the atmosphere, like everything, the scenery, like when they zoomed out of the city and everything, very repo-ish. It looked cool as shit. So it's like, as quote unquote bored as I was during that time, I was still entertained at least.
Yeah.
No, Rob?
I think it feels like that because there's just so much kind of backstory that they have to give you. Like they have to develop so many of these characters at such a quick pace to kind of get into it all.
Man, I was so excited seeing this in theater because like it does have that very like deep, compelling story. I did not know I saw the movie before I knew anything about the stage play. So I was going into this completely blind, and I remember in theater because it is such a slow build up, and it's got that very gothic atmosphere. They have the slow build up, and it takes place in kind of like a Victorian setting. And I just expected it to be like a slow sung drama all the way through. And then when he starts beating Pirelli with the tea kettle, I was like, oh my God. Like that was just, it was exciting.
Yeah, I was like, oh, God damn it. They just killed one of the best characters.
You're a son of a bitch bastard. When he kept saying shaving the face.
Shave the face.
I sat there and I'm like, oh, here we go. This is going to be wonderful.
Yeah. He was a highlight, that's for sure.
You sent a picture in our group chat. You must have paused this movie just to take this picture to send to me.
Absolutely, I did.
Like, he probably had to time it right. It was like, oh, wait, not this scene. I'm going to wait for this one. All that just to do that to me.
Hey, Rob, you do know he was like a fake Italian,
It
right?
wasn't even a real one.
I think that's
Yeah.
making it better.
Yeah, in a way that made it a lot cooler.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
He wasn't like that fucking guinea I seen outside of the van store. That's real Italian.
that dude was Italian. He was straight
Yeah.
Italian to the bone. That guy.
That's a paisan, is what that motherfucker is.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. All right, so yeah, this movie
It's great. We know.
I'll say a couple of nice things. How about that?
okay.
All right.
I probably would have really liked this movie if it had just been a movie and not a fucking musical.
That's there's a like classic version that's not a musical.
Because I did kind of enjoy the story.
There's like an old black and white one.
And I thought Mikey's right. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Like the way they created London in the 1700s and all that. It looked really cool.
This was one of the movies that got me like more interested in cinematography, I think, because I was very impressed with this.
Yeah, but I couldn't deal with the singing. They were singing about every goddamn thing under the sun. I don't think Mikey said the performances were good. I didn't think that they were, but who knows, because they were all singing. And
fair.
Given the choice, I'm taking Alan Rickman's side every time over Johnny Depp. So
Wow.
Damn. Really?
Normally I would agree with you, except for that this is Judge Turpin.
yeah, but
Yeah, he's a huge asshole.
yeah, but it's Alan fucking Rickman. I mean, that's Hans Gruber right there.
I'm not sure you should be taking Hans Gruber's side either. He was also
a
very much
German
a villain.
terrorist.
Yeah. Both men who knew how to take what they wanted.
I mean, to be fair, Sweeney Todd is taking what he wants.
Yeah. I don't know. And that's the other thing, though. Like, the killings were kind of blah. I mean, he slits the wrist, he opens the thing, they fall down the thing. And we see that, like, I don't know how many times. It's like, all right, fine.
But it was
whatever.
like a montage.
He slits the wrist, they fall down the thing, whatever, okay.
I don't know, man. I'm going to push back on that because it was just something about the way they did it. When he just kept doing it, that's one thing. But I'm talking like the real kills in this. There is something vulnerable because even today you can get shit. Like, there are places that shave you like that.
Yeah.
Dude, like, you are like, there was like, I don't know, I just got caught up in it where like you're that vulnerable. And it's something weird about seeing, like, we know what Johnny Depp and Sweeney Todd is going to do, what he's planning on doing. And you have these people who are just sitting there happy, smiling, have no fucking clue. And the guy's literally putting a blade to their neck. And it's just there's something there for me. And that always tied me to that character. I look at that as a character thing more than the movie, even though don't ask me how I came to that conclusion. It's in my head that way. I don't know. But, it was really cool. I give it that.
I will say, like, all the kills were a little bit different, too. Other than, he used the blade for the most part, but they were all different.
Yeah.
No,
he beat the fuck out of Pirelli with the kettle and then slit his throat. He slit what was his wife that was turned crazy. Slit her throat. Yeah. Slit her throat.
When we found out it was his wife, I laughed so hard.
It's so sad.
That's not correct. That's not a human reaction.
That was an amazing payoff for me. I will also give the movie that. I laughed really hard at that because what a fucking dolt.
Like Sweeney Todd.
Pines over this woman his whole life, and then he doesn't even recognize her until after he's killed her. What a fucking idiot.
I mean, she looks real fucking bad. She's clearly been living on the streets for some time. Probably has PTSD over the judge, like, assaulting her and stealing her child.
And her face was scarred from the almost poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's an idiot.
That's hilarious.
I will tell you through, like, I've watched this movie so many times, and a lot of times it's one of those movies I'll just, like, throw on.
Yeah.
Kind of in the background. Something that I don't necessarily have to pay close enough attention to because I've seen it so many times. But this time around, I noticed the similarities between oh my God, Miss Lovett and Judge Turpin, excuse me, and how they're both pining after these people that they can't have. You know, as much as she wants to have Sweeney Todd, she's doing basically the same thing, manipulating him into being with her by being like, "Oh yeah, your wife's dead. She killed herself. Nice to be with me."
It was deep, man. It was like, Rob, it's not, you're giving it too much crap, dude.
No,
Speaking of it being deep, I've talked about this, I feel like, with other movies, but this is the example that I always like to give of just like cool symbology and stuff. I love, and I know that they get it from the stage production. I know this wasn't like a Tim Burton masterpiece, genius move, but I love how colorful the blood is.
Yes.
Like, I love that that's what brings the vibrancy to his life, and it's just it's very good. That makes me happy every time I watch it.
I'm so glad you brought that up, Kat, because in my lost notes, I do remember noting the blood looks so different in this, and and it wasn't really necessarily a bad thing either. It was very different, but man, oh man,
yeah, it looked almost cartoony, but like not
right.
I don't know how to explain it, but it was just so different, and I love the way it looks in the opening credits.
Yeah,
and that was something that was very intentional, because in the play they have like the red scarves, for the throat slitting, and they wanted to make sure that the blood stood out as much in the movie as it did on stage, which I really appreciated.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense, because I thought it just looked stupid, but I guess that makes sense.
You're just mean in general.
What?
So you're just mean in general.
No, I thought the blood looked stupid. That makes sense. I didn't realize it was a choice. I thought they just did a bad job.
No, it was a stylistic decision. Like the flashbacks are also more colorful than the rest of the movie.
Well, look, we can all agree that Scream did blood the best, but regardless, I thought.
Wait, did we agree on that at some point?
I think you have to. No,
did we?
Who did blood better?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but that doesn't mean it hasn't been done.
Not better than Scream.
No.
Let's hold this argument for another time.
Yeah. We'll come prepared for this argument later.
I'm letting you know now, though. You're wasting your time, because
that's going to be a Patreon episode soon.
Okay.
It is.
I'll gladly take it. Honestly, I'll take anybody on for that. Stand by it, damn it. Anyway, I'm trying to find Sweeney Todd on our Murder Madness bracket, and I'm struggling doing that because I want to go over that because Rob didn't know Sweeney.
Rob had not seen Sweeney Todd.
Right.
Oh.
All right, Sweeney Todd here, Rob. I want to get your thoughts now because you kind of just left it up to us for the Murder Madness tournament, now having seen Sweeney Todd in action, not being a hater. He went up against. He is a freaking hater.
Now he's just going to vote against Sweeney Todd out of spite.
He went up against Brenda. Who the hell? Oh, from
who's Brenda?
From
Urban Legend.
Yeah, he beats Brenda.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right, and this is kind of
although does he? Because Brenda ain't gonna sit down in no barber chair to get a shave.
It didn't stop him from getting Lucy.
Yeah.
Who's Lucy?
The wife.
Oh yeah. Dumbass. Okay, fair enough. All right. Go
on. And then he goes up against Michael Myers.
He's dead.
Oh well.
Yeah.
But my I don't know if you remember. I barely remember, but I remember making an argument that Sweeney Todd, honestly though, would put up a fight. Would you at least see that?
No.
Really?
No. This guy, you know what Sweeney Todd is? Sweeney Todd is Bob. Sweeney Todd is stuck to a wall with a knife run through him.
Oh, come on.
Just dangling there while Michael Myers tilts his head.
I can see it being one of those things where Sweeney Todd just like he gets out 2 of those razors, cuts up Michael Myers, walks away, thinks he's completely done, and then Michael just gets him in the back like real fast.
Yeah.
I think another problem that Sweeney Todd has is played by Johnny Depp. And Johnny Depp is not a guy I'm putting my money on in mini fights.
For the bracket, that absolutely makes sense.
Yeah,
but just like
maybe in the first round against a woman, allegedly, but not in the other rounds.
Just in like I will say this has been unfortunate on my last few rewatches of this. Actually, is I'm not as big a Johnny Depp fan as I was when I was a kid. And that used to be like a selling point of the movie, and it's hard to look back and be like, yeah, what's great about Sweeney Todd is Johnny Depp.
See now,
like Johnny Depp.
You guys aren't being fair. Ghost, tell me if you agree with this. I don't think they're being fair because, and I do it too, so it's hard to really bitch. But he did a good in that role. Johnny Depp did phenomenal.
Oh no, he did great in this role, like absolutely.
But you're looking at Johnny
also,
Depp.
I still like Johnny Depp. I like him as an actor.
That's funny.
What's that supposed to mean, Rob?
I'm just saying. Of course you do. Why wouldn't
I
you?
do. I
Everybody
love
loves Johnny Depp.
Have you ever seen Secret Window? That's one of my favorite
America's
movies.
sweetheart, Johnny Depp.
I mean, all right.
I'm in a mood today.
Yeah, seriously.
When's the last time Johnny Depp was good in anything?
Sweeney Todd.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, those movies are terrible.
I love those
and
movies.
He's just playing Keith Richards.
Wow.
I've never heard him described that way, but I can't argue. So
yeah, whatever. Guy's terrible.
Not stand for Johnny Depp slander.
You've got nerve, man. If you really are going to shit on, if you're going to shit on Johnny Depp in his performance in this movie, shame on you. You're not being honest.
I'm not judging any of the performances in this movie because it's impossible for me to judge performances that are all just fucking singing.
Why? It's the same thing as watching a foreign film.
No, it's not the same thing.
Yes,
At least with a foreign film, I can get some intonation and some idea of the emotion behind what's being said. And in the way they're singing these songs, none of it feels real to me.
It would feel that way on a foreign film if you didn't have subtitles. Believe me.
But that's my biggest problem, I think, with musicals in general is when they're trying to convey emotion through song, it doesn't work because it doesn't feel real to me.
Well, that's a you problem.
Maybe, but
that's
what I'm giving my opinion.
Problem. I'm just letting you know that's not their performance issues. You.
I would have to agree, maybe. I don't know, dude. I don't know how you could talk bad about Johnny Depp's performance, honestly.
All right, well, sit there and watch me because it's not good.
He says, stand back. Oh, my God.
I mean, I've seen Johnny Depp be great in things, but this just doesn't, I got nothing from anybody in this movie, not just him.
Did you hate it as much as you thought you were going to?
I hated it more than I thought I was going to.
Jesus.
Wow.
Because if you remember when we watched Repo, I didn't hate Repo. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't love it, but I thought it was okay. And I actually went into this kind of hoping to think the same thing, and I hated every second of this fucking thing.
I will say, for as much as I've made jokes about being mad at you when I chose this, and I knew you weren't going to love it. It is a musical, and
You're you.
But I did think that you would like it more than Repo, just because it's like such a classic musical. It's got like better critical reception than Repo did.
Going into it, I thought that I was going to like it more because it was a musical, so I was expecting some dialogue.
Yeah.
And I just didn't feel like I got much of that.
You got more than you did in Repo.
Yeah, but I don't know. It not enough. And, Repo was a lot more fun.
Yeah, true.
Repo is more fun. I will.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
It definitely is.
I like Sweeney Todd more. I think it's got a special place in my heart, but like I do watch Repo more often.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way the movie looked. I like the Shave of the Face song.
Son of a bitch. I got so annoyed when I seen that.
Speaking of how it looked, the one like last thing that I really just can't not talk about for this has my favorite costume design of like any movie ever. Mrs. Lovett's dresses they're gorgeous.
Yeah, all right. I didn't notice her dresses.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, every time she was in this scene, I was distracted by like how filthy everything was.
Well, no shit.
Yeah, it was horrible.
If you lived back then, your shit would be filthy too.
Yeah.
I had that thought while watching the movie again too. I was like, damn. Everybody, like, they even got like the grime under their fucking fingernails down, and I was like, ugh, that's gross.
No, I never would have survived in those times. You kidding me? I would have drowned myself in the river a long time ago.
You wouldn't even have noticed back then.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You would have been just as grimy, Rob.
Mm-mm.
All right. Can we Portnoy this thing?
Yeah.
Because, Kat, I mean, you understand.
10 out of 10.
Kat's about to get mad at Rob
Kat
all
said,
over again.
I'm about to get the slasher radio approved. I don't care. 10 out of 10.
All right. What?
Oh no, I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10 as much as I love it. It's like a 9.2. It has its faults, but it's hard for me to. I do have a couple complaints with it. I talked a little bit about my complaints, but it's held up a lot better than other movies that I liked at that time in my life. And yeah, I think they did justice to the source material.
Wow. That is a high score.
9.
Yeah.
I think that's what I gave Zodiac. Zodiac is good.
You gave Zodiac a 9.7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I want to point out Kat gave it an 8.7. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll haunt you forever, won't it?
I watched this a lot more than I watched Zodiac.
Oh, well, no, yeah, no, I'm saying, but that I regret my Zodiac score. I know you do too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I don't
Zodiac
understand
was
why.
a
It's
little
still
high.
a great movie.
Yeah.
And it's a comfort movie. You can just turn it on and
This is a comfort movie. It's got singing
Yeah.
in it. You can sing along to it. It's fun.
no.
Fair enough. All right. Ghost, you want to go next?
Yeah, I would rate this a 7.8.
7.8.
Interesting.
I'll take it.
Listen, I really, really like it. We've all touched on things that we think that it could be better with. It's not a perfect movie, but you know what? I do really like it.
And you said 7.8, right?
7.8.
Okay. It's in the
What?
books now. All right.
Right.
I've stuck up for Sweeney Todd a lot in my life. And I don't regret it even for a second. But like I said,
Uh-oh.
that rewatch wasn't the kindest thing in the world to me. I'm gonna have to give this a 5.6.
Oh wow.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was not gonna think you were gonna go that low.
Yeah.
That your
Go for
guys'
it.
scores leaves me wondering whether I watched the right movie or not. But it has been a stair step effect all the way down
Mm-hmm.
with the scores, and now that motherfucker's getting ready to fall off a cliff.
It's just like a slide.
I hated every second of this experience. The only thing that I did enjoy was the visuals. I thought it looked good. I give this a 1.8.
Ease.
Wow.
That's actually better than I was expecting. I'll take a 1.8.
That is pathetic. Wow, dude. No, hold on. Wait a minute. Stop. I can't let you do that, man. You don't
Can I
have
Write
to-
it
change my
down.
Portnoy?
1.8. Write it in pen.
Everyone just
Am
bump
I
it up
allowed
to 10.
to change my Portnoy? Bump it up a few.
No. Rob, I'm not gonna let you do that, man. I can't let you do that.
It's a terrible movie. I did not like it.
I'm putting
Let
my
me
foot
say
down.
this. It's not a movie made for me. There is no way I'm going to like this movie.
But in a way, it is.
No, it's not.
Look, I told you.
I guarantee you it's not.
I told you what your favorite franchise was. Damn it! I know there's something in here that's more than it's at least a 2.
No, it's not. It's not. It really isn't.
For the visuals
Right,
alone, it's
come
at least
on.
a 2.
The visuals got it to a 1.8. Otherwise, this thing would have been like a 0.2.
What about Alan Rickman? Do we get?
Yeah.
Can we get it to
Come on,
1.9 for Alan Rickman?
Singing Alan Rickman, no.
All right.
Although I do still think the judge is the hero of this movie.
I can't believe you. You are something else.
That's rough.
That's fucked up. I want you to know, you honestly, I know I've said this to you before. You should be ashamed of yourself for this one. Yes.
I'm not. This is a bad movie. Do not watch this movie.
Don't listen to him.
Absolutely watch this movie, everyone.
You're telling people they shouldn't watch I was gonna say Edward Scissorhands. Jesus Christ. Wow. Where's my gummies? You're telling people they shouldn't watch Sweeney Todd. Really?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Don't watch Sweeney Todd. It's
But
a
you're
bad
telling
movie.
people to watch Rubber.
Yes, watch Rubber. It's work of art.
No, it's not. I will never understand this man.
Well, this isn't Slasher Radio approved.
Yeah. Well, I had maybe a feeling.
Yeah. It totals out the 4 of us. It's a 6.1. So we have that to hang our hat on.
All right.
You can only tank it so much, the son of a bitch. But damn, he did what he could, man. I can't believe it.
You helped. You gave a 5. You got so mad at Ghost for the resurrection situation, but you gave Sweeney Todd a 5 point what?
A 5.6.
That's almost as. Is that lower than Ghost's resurrection score?
It's right around that same neighborhood, isn't it?
I think that's lower than the resurrection.
She gave it a
score.
5.8.
Yeah, see.
But I didn't go around trumpeting the horn like she did for Resurrection. All right. So there's a difference here.
All right.
That's fair.
And Kat, you have look what you did to Resurrection in our damn ranking last month.
Yeah, but I was pretty open about the fact I didn't like Resurrection also. So
shame.
And I don't feel like I've hidden the fact that I knew I was not going to like this movie.
Oh yeah, I'm least surprised by Rob here.
I mean, and honestly, I thought I was going to like it more than I did. But no, this is just not. Tim Burton, Johnny Depp, Helena Bonham Carter. Get the 3 of them the fuck apart.
Well, yeah, this was the last. So I think we said this. I might have said this in like my first ever episode on Slasher Radio that this was Tim Burton's last good movie, and I kind of said it as a joke. But I have not liked any of his movies since this.
Yeah, I would argue his last good movie was in 1999 when he did Sleepy Hollow.
No.
I couldn't tell you what movies he's done since Sweeney Todd, so.
Not
Alice in Wonderland, Dark Shadows,
Didn't see it.
Dumbo.
Didn't see it.
I mean, Planet
I
of
feel
the
like there
Apes
was another
good.
one I got really mad at, but
Yeah, Sean, Planet of the Apes. I know it was
That
before.
Planet of the Apes was bullshit.
It wasn't bad,
Oh,
man. Come on. In all honesty, though, like I knew Rob wasn't gonna like it.
Yeah.
I thought you would have at least respected our Portnoy's enough to do the right thing and give it a minimum of a 2.
When have I ever done that?
he's never done that. I didn't expect that from you,
No,
but I
no.
did think you'd like it more than Repo. So
No.
I do kind of apologize for that.
And your Portnoys are your Portnoys. My Portnoy is mine.
Yeah.
The mine don't relate to yours.
Ours are the ones that respect the horror genre and what we're doing here with the legendary Portnoy ranking, and you just don't care. That's fine. That's on you.
No, I would say I respect it more because I'm not afraid to call out bullshit when I see it. And this movie is bullshit.
1.8, man. Sweeney Todd along. Who wants to take takers on Greg liking this or hating it? I can't tell. What do you guys?
Oh wow,
I don't know.
Hating it. I'm guessing.
He only has. There's no middle ground with the man.
Although I will say, much to my concern, Greg and I have been more on the same wavelength lately, so I don't. Usually, I just vote against whatever I feel, but
I'm gonna go ahead and guess he doesn't like it because it's a musical.
Fair.
That would
Yeah, I
be
have
my-
no idea.
He doesn't strike me as the musical type.
I mean, honestly, I would think he probably hasn't even seen it.
I would imagine he's seen it. I don't know.
But
Well,
yeah,
I'm sure
I don't
we'll
know.
hear
You guys
about
seem
it.
to think this movie is a big deal. I didn't even fucking
It's a
see
great
it.
movie,
Shame on you, man. I don't know.
and you're a party pooper.
You don't like fun.
You ruined Kat's birthday. How does that make you feel?
Hey, you guys all ruined my birthday on Night of the Creeps.
Good.
Especially Kat. Kat was the one I thought was
Does
going
it-
to have my back on that movie.
does it make you feel any better that Mikey did the same thing to me though? Because he thought he was gonna like this until the rewatch. Also,
Yeah.
I do like it. I do like
you
it.
gave it a 5. That's
5.6. You know what? I'll give it a 5.7. How about that?
all right.
All right. You happy?
All right.
5.7.
Yeah.
Man, damn, man. It's still a 6.1 though.
That's yeah.
All right. Well,
Didn't have much chance for getting this one approved.
no, you didn't. Well, the birthday picks usually aren't. The birthday picks have
No.
terrible ratios, man.
Yeah, the birthday picks are maybe not critically our best choices.
I mean,
Well, Night of the Creeps is the only one that should have been approved.
there's always either one high ranking or one really low ranking. Like,
This one got both.
oh yeah, but that's true. But this one, it was Rob with a 1.8. And then you had Night of the Creeps where Rob was the only one with a high one with an 8.2. Everyone was in the 2s and 3s, other than Cat. And where's my poor Resurrection? What the hell do you guys?
Well, yeah, it's because we're all picking movies we know are going to piss the other people off.
Yeah.
I mean, these have the least chance of getting Slasher Radio approved.
The scary part is when it's Ghost's birthday. Since she's the birthday ambassador, I think she has to have a birthday episode, no?
Oh, God
Mhm.
damn it.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
That'd be
yeah, it's a
great.
great idea.
hmm Well, because y'all birthdays are so close. It's like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So mine's in March.
I'm not gonna lie, that came up today when me and Ghost were talking, and I said,
Yeah.
you should make Rob watch Halloween Resurrection again.
Oh my god, he did. He did.
Come on, that'd be good, man. Come on.
And then I mentioned maybe I'd make him watch Scream 3.
God damn it. We just watched Scream 3 for the fucking thing where we talk about movies.
No, he didn't.
Talking about.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did a commentary on it.
Oh right, yeah, we did. Oh yeah.
We got to do a commentary soon, too. It's been a long time since we did one of those.
Yeah. Let's pick another musical.
No, we already said we were doing Big
Yeah.
Trouble in Little China.
Climax.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, true.
Are you doing the commentary or a watch along?
Commentary.
Commentary. We do have to do I'm gonna host a watch along soon. I don't know which movie it's gonna be. Now that Halloween is past, everything's died down. There'll be more time for that. So speaking of that, go to patreon.com/slasher radio. You can check out our Patreon, support the show, support indie horror, very important. We truly have
Cheap sons of bitches.
we truly have an awesome community on there. So, you're missing out on some great content, and a lot of the, I was thinking too, when I was editing the other night, a lot of the like running jokes that go along on the show sometimes come from the Easter egg content now. So it's like you may not get certain things, and where they come from, you find out on the Patreon.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you want to know what we're talking about, you have to pay it.
Not all of it. Everyone heard you disrespect poor Sweeney Todd. Loud and clear.
Yeah. As a patron, it's all really, really, really good content. You guys are missing out.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah, you got to hear this newest episode of Killer Beats. I'm the only one that picked a hip hop song,
Christ.
which no one saw coming.
Anyway,
I will
I'll
say
fight
we
him.
did not see it coming.
Yeah,
no,
that's true.
didn't see that coming. That
I
bullshit.
did want to shoot myself after it though.
So, go check that out. Check out all of our articles, interviews, including our interview with Dee Wallace that just dropped. You can do that at slashradio.com, and keep up with us on Twitter so you can find out about all these watch alongs and shit when they're going to happen. streaming and whatnot. You can do that at Slasher Radio. And I'm at Mikey's Dead. What's going on, Rob?
You can find me on Twitter at Radio Rob123. And you can listen to my other show, This Horror Life, wherever you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Yeah, you guys have your Halloween special episode with Halloween Kills, like we talked about earlier. Yeah.
Talking about Halloween Kills. Yeah. Last year we did the entire Halloween franchise.
Yeah.
So this year we were like, hey, you know what won't take us almost 3 hours to record?
And like hours upon hours of watching, because I
Yeah.
hadn't seen half of those Halloween movies.
Oh.
So
Try ranking all fucking 3 franchises. That was a
I
lot of
didn't
watching.
listen. That was all you guys.
Well,
Actually, it was Rob's fault.
it was Rob's fault. So next year you might be able to do Halloween Ends to continue that thing.
Yeah.
We
That's
better, or Jason Blum's got it coming.
Oh man. Kat, where are they finding you?
You can find me on Twitter at cat_Velour, VOLEUR. You can also check out the channel that I write for on YouTube, Wicked Binge.
Ooh, Wicked Binge. Show Blood Binge some love too, though. I like Blood Binge.
Yeah,
stuff.
we've got stuff coming out soon, I hear. I think we had one come out today, actually.
More slander on Crazy Ralph?
No, more love for Saw.
Oh, great.
Yes. I saw that popped up on my subscriptions on YouTube when I was looking for something to watch earlier.
Can't wait to check that out.
That was one of the last. You said you had a couple in the can. That was one of them, huh?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Look at that, Rob. See, I bet that was in like her agreement to move over to Wicked Binge. It's like, okay, but you got to get this Saw shit out now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. All right, Ghost. Thank you very much. You are our official birthday ambassador somehow.
Love it.
And thank you for joining us. Where can they catch you?
You can find me on Twitter at GhostDJ with 0. You can also follow me over on Twitch for whenever I actually do stream. Twitch.tv/GhostDJ. Also 0.
That's nice. Ghost was also the first person ever to get banned from a Patreon show today. So.
What?
Yeah, I was dead ass serious. You're not going to kill me.
No. Why?
You know what you did.
No, that's not fair.
You know what you did.
Listen, I asked what the assignment was, and you said just pick a song you like, so I picked a song I liked. If we were doing pick a song to piss off Rob,
we all would have chosen Sweeney Todd, and it would have been a very fun time.
All right, Ghost, let me, hold on. This is just me and you talking, all right? Nobody's listening. Everything we do is to piss off Rob. All right, and I don't know why you're acting like you don't know this. You have the whole This Horror Life thing with him. Everything we do is to piss off Rob.
We get along just fine on This Horror Life.
You do not.
No, I yell at you constantly on This Horror Life. What are you talking about?
He just doesn't care. Like,
Get along better.
He acts better on This Horror Life, so I don't have to yell at him like you guys do. But
that's true.
I am the same on both shows.
No.
I lift people up.
You are not the same on both shows.
Anyway, I'm glad you got to spend so much extra time with me this week, Ghost. I'm sure it was
Who got to spend so much extra time with me?
I'm sure it made you very happy. Well, I made your Halloween week.
No, actually quite the opposite.
Well, yeah, that's the end of that. Jesus Christ. All right, guys, we will catch you next week. Good night from Slasher Radio.
Don't forget, Tom Atkins fucks.
All the best of Slasher Radio podcast.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.